toasty out today.
With weather this nice, it feels like spring's already in full swing, doesn't it?
Since everyone's here again today, maybe we should ask for some coffee?
This is very disappointing. I had such high hopes for Mr. Kasukabe.
Indeed. As extreme turmoil continues to cast a pall over the political world, its future falls increasingly in question. Meanwhile, investigations of Mr. Kasukabe's father, Mr. Yoshiki, and his ex-fiancée will continue as...
Politics seem to be the talk of the town as usual, huh?
It's not surprising. Another major scandal on the coattails of the one last year.
Gotta give Toshiro credit, though. He got right to the chase at that press conference.
Oh my goodness, his dad has a nose!
It was supposed to be an explanation for his disappearance, instead turned into a confession. I am not qualified to be Prime Minister. I indict my father for his crimes.
Yeah, we're talking criminal indictments against an elder statesman by his own flesh and blood. And then he announces he's breaking off his engagement, too. Talk about a lot to process, Toshiro.
Ultimately, his resignation means any hope of him becoming Prime Minister went down with him.
Everyone was totally shocked. A press conference like that brings back memories of last year, doesn't it?
The way things are going, I don't see the dust settling for a while. But at least Toshiro kept his promise. That means his resolve was real.
Yeah, he did what he said he would.
Sure, but it's not only that. What he did took a lot of courage, too.
He's definitely got guts. His actual gut, though, not sure it's up for what could come next.
Man, what was he thinking saying all that? Way to make us worry. Isn't there any way we can contact him? Like, asking Makoto Sis or something?
Don't bring Sai into this awful art style. Don't you dare.
No. Public security has their eye on us. Trying to make contact with him would very likely have the opposite effect. I know it's frustrating, but waiting is our only option right now.
Ring a ding.
The phone. Why don't you answer it for him?
Hello, is this Cafe Le Blanc? My name is Representative... my name is Kasukabe.
Hey, did he say Kasukabe?
Yeah, obviously. You know what his voice sounds like, you idiot. Your order?
Huh? Oh, one coffee. Heavy on the sugar.
Did he really just order? Hey, it's Toshiro, isn't it?
Could that be? Morgana? Wouldn't you be in cat form right now? Should I speak in feline? Meow!
Are you making fun of me? This is just a temporary guise I used to keep out of the public eye.
Shut up.
So, what's up? You had everyone here worried.
That yellow phone does not have an effective speakerphone. How are you doing this?
Forgive me. I refrained from contacting you to avoid any potential trouble it might have put you in. I'm sure you know from the news by now, but things have been pretty hectic on my end. As for my father and Marie, they'll likely be arrested with their co-conspirators very soon. Wanted to make sure you all were aware of that.
I see. Did well, Toshiro.
Anyways, I've been tied up in hearings every day, and it looks like I'll only be getting even busier moving forward. I also still have to figure out what I'm going to do now that I'm not a representative anymore.
No, not work here. Any ideas?
I know I want to start over. I want to become a politician I'm proud to be.
You should hit up my boy, Broshida.
Of course, I still don't know what kind of sentence I'll get. So, maybe expecting a fresh start isn't very realistic. But even so, I think I still want to take on the challenge. I want to be the kind of politician people can trust to take a stand and fight by their side.
Good luck.
Thanks. And one day, I'll turn our society into a place that no longer needs the Phantom Thieves.
That's a bold claim, Mr. Big Shot. Let's see what you got then.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Well, it's been great hearing your voices again. And I'll say goodbye for now. I probably won't be able to come by the cafe anytime soon, but I'll be sure to visit one day. All right then. Tell everyone I say hi, will you? Thank you, Phantom Thieves. Stay well.
Oh, wow!
Toshiro-san's going to try and become a politician again.
There's no doubt it'll be a bumpy road. He's been under a lot of fire online from what I've seen.
Yeah, the internet's already bent on canceling Toshiro and his dad. No surprise there, though. Honestly, it'd be strange if they didn't go after them.
No matter how admirable your ideals may be, at the end of the day, it's the constituents that get to decide. He'll have to restart his whole race from scratch. Actually, more than that, he'll be behind the starting line.
He had to know what he was getting himself into, right?
He did. Toshiro said he was going to fight, and this only shows just how serious he was.
Doing what you think is right doesn't always produce positive results. But he made the decision to stay the course, and showed no regrets about what that meant. Regardless of how things began, he still learned a great deal from how he carried himself.
Yes, we certainly did. Someday, I hope everyone will understand what they stood for.
All right then. We did a lot of talking the talk too, so now we've got to back it up with action.
That's true. We wouldn't want Toshiro and Arena to laugh at us.
So each of us will keep fighting for our respective goals. Does that sound about right?
And fight we must. First, I will battle this empty stomach, the result of an equally empty wallet.
Oh, crap. I'm looking at extra classes if I don't put up a good fight against that quiz tomorrow.
Big ambitions, I see.
As for you, On, don't forget to fight that appetite of yours, or you'll be kicking yourself for it again.
Shut it! You know what? I'm fighting you instead. I'm confiscating that candy as punishment.
That's a bag of potato chips.
Hey, stop! You'll spill them!
My goodness. Settle down, you two.
A curry for me, please?
Me too.
You two really trying to score free grub in the middle of all this?
Are those not potato chips? What is that?
Oh boy.
It looked like potato chips, but one of them actually looked way bigger. Maybe it was mochi or something? I don't know, Japanese candy.
Doesn't matter how many times we have to fight for our lives. Some things never change, huh? Well, we may be our same old selves, but we did manage to save someone's life. There's no doubt the will we showed in battle got through to Toshiro and the others. Every person who takes a stand gives someone else a push of encouragement.
Will you shut up already?
Maybe that's how this flame of revolution gets passed on.
Yeah, keep pushing or whatever. Where's Akechi?
I get how you feel, but maybe let's take a breather for a while? Although, I can't see you guys sitting still if anything does come up. Now then, we don't have much time left to spend like this. Why don't you make some coffee for everyone? Something that'll really knock their socks off. They've earned it.
Mind your own business, cat. Credits? Are we done? Oh, hello. Music! Give me the credits, though. I'm already over time. Ugh. Alright, Toshiro 5 Tactica. What a game, right, guys? Who would have known that the T in Persona 5 T stood for Toshiro? Am I right? etc., more jokes. The Phantom Thieves do almost nothing in this game. That's my biggest problem. Like, this game is almost, what, like at least 90%, if not 95% of the game, is purely focused on Toshiro and a little bit of Arena. The Phantom Thieves don't even need to be here. You could take them out of the game entirely and the game really wouldn't change as long as you put in people who had similar abilities. Like, it sucks, basically. One of the things I love most about the Persona franchise is the story and the characters, especially the characters. And some of my favorite characters are in Persona 5, and they did almost nothing in this game. Almost nothing. They were just there. They were hanging out so that Toshiro could have a storyline that would actually sell a video game. Because it wouldn't have sold very much of a video game if the Phantom Thieves weren't on the cover. So, you know. Overall, really disappointed. That, like, this is probably the worst spin-off I've played for what it is. and whatnot of the Persona franchise. Much prefer Arena, much prefer Strikers. I haven't played the Q games yet, but the dancing games are the dancing games, so I don't really count them because they're just rhythm games that are meant to be like, hey, do you like Persona music? We'll throw in a couple of skits with them, which is, you know, for what it is, for what the dancing games are, better than this game for what it is, honestly, I feel like. The game isn't bad because the gameplay is, like, good. It's, like, it's just good. I don't love it, right? Like, I'm probably gonna get the platinum in this game, and then I'm never gonna touch the game again. I have no desire, really, to play another game like this. Like, after I got done with Arena, and after I got done with Strikers, I was like, dude, I would love more games like this. I would love another Arena game, even though I'm not even really into fighting games, but just because I loved the story they did, and I loved Labris, and the story with Sho, and Hino Kagutsuchi, etc., etc. Like, I really loved the storyline they went with. So I was like, yeah, give me more Arena. I would love a Persona 5 Arena so much. And, what was the other thing I was gonna say? Strikers was great. Strikers was a little annoying at the start of Strikers, I remember, because the level scaling for bosses was whack. But then they, like, after you got into the game a little bit further, it really picked up the gameplay-wise, and the story was really good, all things considered. And they did great with Zenkichi as a character, and they did really well with Akira as a villain, I remember. That was really fun, although I didn't really like how they did Ichinose and Sophie, but they tried, at least, more than they tried in this game, to spread the love. But, yeah, overall, main thing is just that the story is boring. I don't really care all that much about Toshiro, I don't really care all that much about Arena, and the game only focuses on them. Like, it gives no space for any other characters to have anything going on. They don't get any kind of extra development, they don't really flesh out their characters anymore from what happened to them in Persona 5, they don't do anything with them, like how they did stuff with them in Strikers, or how they did stuff with the Persona 3 and 4 cast in Arena and Arena Ultimax. The Phantom Thieves are like, they're just here, dude, because you wouldn't have bought the game if they weren't here. So, yeah. Oh, hey, Goro Akechi, Robbie Damon. Also, the DLC is a load of garbage. An actual load of garbage. Day 1 DLC taking 2 of the fan favorite characters, specifically from the Royal, and being like, hey, pay us $20, and if you NG plus the game for some reason, you can use them in that. And I've heard that the story mode for them isn't very good either. I haven't actually seen it myself, but I've heard it isn't all that good, and I'm not going to waste my money on it. I don't want to support that garbage. But, yeah. Overall, gameplay-wise, though, the game was pretty fun. I'm not a huge fan of it. I much prefer the tactic-style gameplay. I've heard that this game is apparently similar to XCOM and Mario and Rabbids, apparently. And let me tell you, I have no desire to play Mario and Rabbids or XCOM now, not that I did before, because it was fine, but when I think of a tactics game, I really want, like, Fire Emblem 3 Houses. What I really want is, like, 3 Houses style, like, more Fire Emblem style. But, yeah. Also, the art style. It did not grow on me. The art style looks stupid. All of the characters look idiotic. They look absolutely dumb. I can't take any of the serious scenes seriously because the characters have, like, watching them not have noses and the way their mouths move is just stupid. It's terrible. I hate the art style so much. But, so, yeah, you know. At the end of the day, the game is, like, fine. I give it, like, maybe a 6 out of 10? I even hesitate to give it a 6 out of 10, because I really feel like I'll never play this game again. I'm gonna get my Platinum Trophy, probably this week, because I imagine it's not that hard to get the Platinum, and then this game is gonna collect dust on my shelf for probably the rest of my life. So, like, 5, 6 out of 10. Doesn't use the Phantom Thieves hardly at all. The gameplay is good, it's fun, but it's not, like, amazing. The gameplay isn't good enough to make me think, like, man, I wish I had more of that. When I finished Persona 5 Royal, when I finished Arena, when I finished Strikers, I was like, man, I would love more games like this. But I do not want another game like this. It's a waste of a Persona spin-off slot. It's actually really upsetting that we got this instead of a Persona 5 Arena. So I give it, like, a 5 out of 10. Who cares, really, at the end of the day? I hate the stuff they did with Arena, by the way. Her being Toshiro's persona and all that. That was really, really stupid and just goes against the established setup of what personas are, like, a lot, and I hate it. I do not like it at all, and I hope that we never see anything similar to it in another Persona game. I hope that it stays in this game only and then dies. But, yeah. So, you know, there you go. Persona 5 Tactica. It was fun. I don't regret playing it. I don't think I'll ever play it again. And I hope that we don't get another game like it. It's just really, really, really disappointing. I've been saying since Strikers ended, especially in my Discord, that I had said, like, man, I hope that we get another Persona 5 spinoff before they move on to Persona 6. And then this is the one we got. And I'm like, man, I really want a Persona 5 Arena. Like, I want a Persona 5 spinoff that actually uses Akechi and Sumeri. Please. Please. That actually uses them. Doesn't paywall them behind $20 for them to not be relevant to the actual story at all anyway. Hopefully we get a Persona 5 Arena and then Persona 6 right after, but after getting this Persona 5 spinoff, now I'm kind of like, okay, fine, if this is what you're going to make, then just move on to Persona 6. Oh, Toshiro Kasakabe, I think I saw him in front of the station. Post-credit scene. Who the heck's that? The main character of Persona 5 Tactica, didn't you hear? You know, the Diet member father and son from the corruption scandal? But isn't he the one who exposed his dad's corruption? I don't care. Politicians are all the same. I didn't realize that was an acronym. He's been in public eye like every day recently. Yeah, I've seen him around too. What a joke. He just wants our votes. Stopping every single day is kind of nuts, right? I'll admit he's got to go. Okay, it's going faster. Can we just, come on. Now that you mention it, yada yada, yada yada, yeah. Flurry of messages. I can't read Japanese. I'm willing to believe he's someone who actually wants to help. Yo, vote for Broshida, though, instead.
Thank you. I look forward to your support.
Eri Natsuhara. Even the ending cutscene is about this dude. The thieves literally served no purpose in this game. This art style still looks so stupid.
Looks like I finally caught up.
I've been waiting.
That is a pretty nice moment. Cowards for not showing her missing eye, though. That she has, like, an eye patch or something. Cowards. The butterfly. Yeah, like, when I get a Persona 5 game, I want the Phantom Thieves. That's what it comes down to. I want the Phantom Thieves when I get a Persona 5 game, and they are barely in this game. They are hardly relevant, and that's super, super disappointing as a huge Persona 5 fan. So, you know. At the end of the day, Tactica, ain't it, Chief? Ain't it? A Tale of Revolution. Ah, now I get my gold trophy. Let's go. If you load your clear save, you will start from the beginning of the game utilizing data from your clear save. Note that if you overwrite your original data, you will not be able to resume when you previously left off. I will create the clear save data. I'll probably need that to get my platinum trophy. And we're done. We've finished it. We are all donezo with Persona 5 Tactica. Overall, it was okay. The gameplay was pretty fun and engaging. I did start to get a little bored of it at the end, though, I will admit. Overall, the gameplay was fine, but it's not a game that I want to play a lot of. I don't find this style of tactics gameplay as engaging or as enjoyable as, Fire Emblem Three Houses, basically, is what it comes down to. I don't really like the cover system, like having to take cover, and then if you don't have cover, then you get crit, etc., etc. Like, I don't really like that. I much prefer the setup in, again, Three Houses, where it's like you've got a group of 8 to 10 units. You're up against a wave of 30 units or something. Maybe some others could spawn in, and you have to just, you know, make your way, put yourself tactically, kill the units, etc., etc., and move forward. You guys know how Three Houses works. You get stuff like battalions, which are really fun, and different weapon types that have advantages over other weapon types like lance, axe, sword, magic on armored units, bow units, beat flying units, etc., etc., that kind of stuff. I much prefer it over this style of tactics game. So yeah, But hey, we got Persona 5 Tactica done, and that's what matters. I doubt I'll ever play this game ever again. I'm definitely not going to be doing the DLC because I refuse to waste $20 to reinforce Atlus's bad business habits. So, yeah. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the playthrough regardless. Hopefully we get another good Persona 5 spin-off. Really, really, please, Atlus, give ArcSys money to make, and permission to make Persona 5 Arena. I am literally begging of you. Please give us a Persona 5 Arena. I don't even like fighting games. I just love Persona 4 Arena and Arena Ultimax. Please make a Persona 5 Arena before you move on to Persona 6. But, that being said, hopefully we also get Persona 6 in the not too distant future. We're like 7 years out from Persona 5. It's about time. So, yeah. Those you watch on YouTube, if you want to catch streams of future playthroughs, Persona or otherwise live, link to my Twitch channel in the description. I'd love to see you there. Or keep watching on YouTube. I appreciate your support either way. And until next time, farewell.